if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top. If you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
Mic is live. I hope your mic is live. It did that. And I think it did work on my end. Yes, indeed, it works here. It is, man, it is so... I got to take up this performance, but I need to get your mic situated. I don't know why your mic is not working currently. Well, I thought so too. So we are going to go B.o.P podcast. It is Killer Whisk, or Whisk for short, because I think Killer is not going to phase well in numerous months and years down the road. But B.o.P, baby, episode 31. Okay, episode 31, news, rants, and IOOs, weekly 7:30 p.m. on Saturdays. Gaming news and the like. It is me, Killer Whisk, and then we got the sexiness over here. Potato chip here, outlandish. Yeah, got the cheering going. Look at that. Yes, indeedy. You know what I'm saying? So we are chilling. We are here. We give you the weekly news on a weekly basis, and a lot has happened. A lot of behind the scenes has happened. I'm gonna do a little test, so you're gonna see. I'm gonna be a little bit of slow motion here, but I'm gonna put on performance mode, put a picture up, and hopefully I just hit click, 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 and it should run smoothly. I wouldn't know because I don't have anything to view here. So we're going to go ahead and start it off right. Our first topic is going to be the delay of... It's delay. We're going to start it off with the Cyberpunk and Witcher.
Yes, so...
Cyberpunk and Witcher.
It was announced, because originally they were supposed to come out the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions of Cyberpunk and Witcher 5, the updates, the updates that upgrades the graphics, upgrades the frame rates, and all that type of stuff. Originally, it was supposed to come out this year, by the end of the year, but they announced that it's getting delayed. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to get delayed into Q1 of next year.
Okay.
And Witcher 3 is going to get delayed to Q2 of next year.
They should have saved face by allowing Cyberpunk to be renewed for the PS5 this year. I mean, they already done their damage last year.
Well, the reason they're doing this is because they don't want what happened.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, that does make sense, but like they should have done it to show face. Like, we could do it. See, what did I tell you? They couldn't do it. See, they told you. They delayed it.
They didn't want to risk it, so they decided, like, okay, we're going to let people know. And of course, people are not going to be mad about it because look what happened when you rushed them.
Yep.
You got those disasters. So now they're like, okay, we're taking our time. We're actually going to do it and make sure that the PS5 version of the game or the upgrades of the game is going to be good. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be
And Witcher again? So Cyberpunk is what? Until March, right? February, March?
They said Q1.
Q1. So we're looking at...
Within that day.
Yeah. And Witcher is what?
It's Q2.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That got pushed back.
They both got pushed back.
Terrible.
But, yeah, now they're going to separate it, I guess, to make sure that there's, like, breathing room of time.
Yep. Other delays. Give me another delay. I don't know if I have an image for it, but...
Elden Ring also got delayed. Originally, it was supposed to come out January 21st, 22. Now it's going to be coming out February 25th, 2022. And you know what's crazy about that? So much games are coming out in February.
Oh, yeah.
And now this is going
February's looking like... February's looking at was supposed to be holiday season of next gen.
Nothing got delayed. Because, as we know, Horizon comes out this month.
Not this month. February. The
last part of Pokemon Arceus is coming out the end of January, which is pretty much February.
Yep.
And I can't think of the other ones that are coming out. I know there's like more games coming out around that time, but it's just crazy that a lot of games that are coming out around that time, and that's going to get added to it. Because originally supposed to come out in January, it gives a little breathing room to be like, okay, let's release this game before the thing. But
I personally believe this Elden Ring is going to be delayed until April. I don't think it's coming out February.
You think?
I think February is such a clusterfluff that they're going to push it out to April because they need the wiggle room. Yes, it has a cult following to make it successful, but they want room to promote it as well. Yep.
And it's going to be like a Japanese action RPG type of thing.
They need this because you got Horizon.
Now,
Horizon's going to be a tank.
What they are going to do is they are going to release for select players a beta test next month.
Okay.
November 12th to the 14th. So I guess select players, people who play a lot of games or something like that.
Okay.
They'll be able to play a beta test of the game before it comes out, which it'll be pretty cool for whoever gets to play that beta test.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's good.
So yeah, but yeah, it's still coming out. They want to make sure everything is good because there was a lot more in depth that what they thought, so they need more time to cook it up a bit
Take the time. Take the time, but don't release it in February. Take the time. Do it till April. Be safe. April. That's my personal opinion.
And then the last one.
Yeah, let's see if I got the image for that.
Is Advanced Wars 1, 2,
I do have that as well.
So
it's funny as hell. I never heard of it.
Yeah, originally this was a surprise that came on the Direct around E3 for Nintendo.
Oh,
it was
that's
a game.
so
It was a
huge.
remake of the first two games that came out for GBA, and this was a little surprise that we was not expecting it. And originally it was supposed to come out December 3rd. Now it got delayed, and it will have a specific date, but they said spring of 2022. They want to make sure it's perfect. The good thing is, this is Nintendo. they usually don't release buggy games, if at all.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a good
I
one.
have faith, and I'm okay with them delaying this game because it's like there's already a lot coming out that's like for me Pokemon, and then this was coming out soon, and I'm like, yeah, and Shin Megami 5 comes out too in November, so I'm like, I'm okay with this getting delayed because this was gonna be another game that's gonna be added onto my list. So like,
Yeah, and that's obviously a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, so
That's good.
because it's a Nintendo property. So
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it being delayed. They also want to make sure they fine tune it and all that type of stuff. And I believe in Nintendo. I know it's gonna be a great game. I'll wait till it comes out.
All right. That was game delays. It was a lot of
game delays. Period this year.
Yeah.
Period.
It's been a lot of game delays.
But yeah, those were just 3 this week. There was like 3 really game delays this week.
Yeah, let me see here. Bear with me just one moment.
So
Hold on. Trying to get situated. There you go. All right. So we got you. So another one we have here. Luckily, you did speak loudly, so it went through my mic. Your mic was off, which is weird.
Is it
I put it
working
on.
now?
It is working now. Yes,
Okay.
you are good. So, but they got all the delays that we knocked out.
Yep.
It's crazy. Now let's get into the funny. Actually, let's do a little quick before we do that. Let me get out of this real quick here.
yeah.
Let me silence that here. Let's talk about the new trailer that released. That was a Sony property of Uncharted.
So people, of course, been anticipating this because this was announced a while ago.
It was announced, and the casting was. They were excited about it.
Well, remember, originally
They were excited about it, but then again, they were kind of iffy on it.
Yeah, because
You know what I
originally this was announced like many years ago.
Yep.
Originally, Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be Drake, and then there was a bunch of different things, and there was a bunch of different directors.
I'm glad he wasn't.
Exactly. There was a bunch of different directors. So now, director Ruben Fleischer, who has done Zombieland and Venom, is directing this movie, Uncharted, and they showed the new trailer. And I want to know your opinion. What do you thought of it?
Man, that looks nice. I mean, I thought he would have more of a different voice to match Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
To match him.
But remember, this is a younger version. This is a prequel of the game series.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah. So
younger
that's why
Nathan Drake.
I didn't know how the scripting was, but I'm like, okay. Hold on one second.
Yeah, it's pretty much a younger.
Yeah. So like,
younger.
I was concerned as to where it was gonna go, or is it just literally Uncharted 1? But it's a prequel, I guess. So
Yes.
which if they did it smart, because it's generic enough that it can capture the new people that never even heard of Uncharted, and it can cater to those that played
Yeah, because
Uncharted,
that's-
which brings me to that last scene when he was in that helicopter.
It was,
and he fell, boo, boo,
It
boo,
was
boo.
a
I was
call
like,
to
that is
Uncharted
cool.
3, and
Yes.
it was amazing.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
I was like, damn, that is cool. And the fact that they did that, and it's Sony, come on.
Yeah, it's
Can't get
gonna
no
be
better
full
than
of
that.
action,
Can't get
obviously.
no better than that.
And I think Tom Holland might be able to do well on it. I'm hoping he does. And
No, he's gonna do well.
and Mark Wahlberg is actually playing Sully, which is
which is a better.
it's a
it's
better
a
fit.
better
it's a
fit for
better
him.
fit. I don't know if you played the Uncharted series, but
I tried.
Sully is kind of like his
He's
like,
the
mentor, type of thing.
and the like the guide. He was a
Yeah,
guide and a
he's like a
mentor,
guide,
and he's like ties to certain family and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
exactly.
Yeah. What happened? Babe, go to the game. Right click. The top button, right? Top right. Thank you. Eject. Should be there. There you go.
Okay, so pretty much,
PS,
I'm personally
PS5
excited
problems,
about
people.
this.
PS5 problems.
We don't know exactly when to. Oh, actually, no. Yes, we do. February 18th.
Yep.
Of 2020.
Another
So
February
close
release,
to-
but it's a movie.
It's
So
a movie, so it's okay. It's close to my birthday too, so I'm probably gonna have
that's
to
cool.
check it out. I'm excited. I'm cautiously excited more because
Yeah.
like I was worried because Uncharted is one of my favorite game series. I love that series to death.
And I want to beat it, but again, I say the same thing with Horizon. I still never
good.
beat Horizon yet.
It's basically like if you love Tomb Raider, you'll love Uncharted. That's what it is.
And it wasn't really into Tomb Raider, but I do like the snarky attitude of Uncharted and the visuals and the effects.
Yeah,
and what
I've always
do.
been a fan of Nathan. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
his,
like you know what I'm saying.
attitude. I like
Just
his
like
attitude.
he reminds me of the version. He reminds me of what I seen Cade 6 in Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
He was a ballsy, charming, let's do the damn thing, and I'm hilarious. Take, and then he dies.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited. I can't wait till February. And yeah, this looks, like I said, with this trailer, it's brought me like, okay, it's actually going to be better than I thought it was going to be. Because I was worried that it was going to suck.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people that always see movies to games, it's like, oh, I don't know, but Spider-Man's
For the
been
most
successful.
part, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah,
But there's been some good, like Detective Pikachu. I was always, and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
A lot better than I thought. So I might have a little hope. We'll see.
So there's a big ass image that I just pulled up. We're gonna go ahead and shift gears real quick about a studio that is not afraid to boast their vision. Do you have an idea of what I'm talking about?
DBrand?
Outlandish? No.
Oh, okay, then which one? Oh, Epic.
Nope.
Oh, then who?
The one person that is not afraid to showcase what he's doing, and that is Phil Spencer.
Oh.
Spencer or Spacer? Spencer of Xbox.
Yeah, that's Spencer. Yeah. So go ahead.
And he's talking about he ain't done with acquisitions.
Of course not.
He ain't done.
I figured he wouldn't be.
He ain't done.
I figured he wouldn't.
It was reported that he, during an interview, and he said, "No, there's, I'm paraphrasing. There's open talent, and I'm willing to look at and see what could actually work with the Xbox game studios. Like, why not?" Which leads us to think, what in the hell is he eyeing down? It could be small little indies.
It's probably going to be a small one because they're not going to do another big ass thing.
No,
like
if it's going to be another big one, you're looking at a potential DOJ intervention won't happen. Like AT&T.
So it has to be
T-Mobile.
like a small one,
Yeah.
probably like a small like indie one or something like that. Like maybe something that has released games on Xbox 360, but it wasn't like fully attached. Like how Sony has some companies that they release games on Sony, but it wasn't really part of Sony.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be something that games that was released on Xbox but wasn't a part of Xbox. That would be like, you know what? We'll finally buy you. Okay.
Yeah, just like Returnal.
Yeah.
Those studios, they did it, they rocked with it, and we'll buy you.
Exactly. So I'm thinking it's probably gonna be something like that.
But he ain't done.
I'm
He ain't
thinking.
done with acquisitions, so it is something to look forward to. Showcasing they're flexing. They're flexing on the industry that we ain't done. We'll buy whoever we think is hot, and we're gonna make it happen.
Hey, if it works for them, I mean, it seems like it's been working for them so far.
Yes, so far. Are you kidding me? The Bethesda was a big move. Now it's to see what they're going to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Which leads us to another epicness of behind the scenes EA and FIFA. Okay? If you joined us last week, you have seen the issues at hand. Man, it's hard to be a producer. I could see. I'm going around back and forth, man. We might need an assistant, man. This is crazy. But I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working it. EA and FIFA, my friend.
Yeah, with that.
It was been rumored that they're gonna, in order to avoid the steep $1 billion that they need to pay every 4 years that FIFA proposed,
they're going to change
for them to renew their license. They're gonna change the name. What name will they change? And they were tinkering around with it, and it's becoming now a reality. I don't think they're paying that $1 billion. They're literally
they're probably not.
They're moving away and to see what avenues they can take, because it's not a good look at this point.
Yeah.
As far as FIFA's concerned, what they're trying to do, and I'm going to say this, they are trying to be the Marvel and Star Wars of the gaming world. So I'm going to explain. With EA, right, Disney owns Star Wars.
But EA could make the Star Wars games.
And Disney allows the IP to be used with other authorized studios, not just EA. Mm-hmm. EA is trying to do that with soccer, with FIFA.
Really?
Yes. But they wanted to get their own version, which was FIFA. FIFA wants what Disney's trying to do, but without the gridlock of EA, regardless if EA pays the $1 billion. Mm-hmm. So FIFA wants to be into just separate studios in general. Just random studios that they could pull out that make FIFA games without EA, but still have EA pay the $1 billion.
Wow.
Wow. So give me $1 billion so you could use it, but I'm still going to go about my business to see who can make a better game than you.
Yeah, wow. That's kind of, wow.
That's where it's heading. It's very straightforward. There's nothing too
So that's
epic
why-
of that topic, but
That's why EA wants to change the name because FIFA, you want to shop around other places?
Yep.
Fine. We'll have our
you're
own
gonna
soccer
charge
day
me
and
double.
we'll use it.
You're gonna charge me double and still shop around and I can't get an exclusive? I don't have an exclusive bite?
I'll have my own soccer game. We'll call it whatever. Because they still haven't decided on a name yet. So we'll call it whatever.
What name would you think?
I don't know soccer like that, so I can't tell you I don't even know where to begin. We can call it eFootball because that's already Konami's. Well, that disaster of a game they have.
Yeah, they should give up that damn name. Give up the damn name. Call it something totally different. Rebrand it.
So has to be
Re-grand
something-
opening
maybe
that
something
thing.
Football, something soccer. I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know much about soccer like that, so I can't give a name.
Yeah. I don't know. No. I am more of American football, and I'm more of I get hip to baseball. Baseball and American football that I'm okay at. As far as names and stuff,
I'm no good with any sports whatsoever.
Really?
Straight
Nothing.
up.
Yeah, you haven't.
I've never been.
We tried to have you attempt to do. I think the best one you did was football.
I'm
Kill the man with the
understanding a little
ball.
football.
Well, you did kill the man with the ball.
Yeah.
That was just our backyard rules, and you were great at it. Nobody could tackle you, and your nephew is he pulls that off exactly like you, so that's pretty good. But you're learning a little bit of football. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm understanding like certain plays when I watch it.
Okay.
I'm understanding certain plays
Yeah.
and stuff, but
I
I'm
still
not
get
like a
confused with
master at
formations
it.
and stuff.
I'm not
I still get
master at
confused.
it.
Yeah, it took me a while. Like I just follow the
Because I don't
team.
really
I like
watch
the
football
moves.
games like that, but if it's on, I'll probably watch it. And obviously, I watch Super Bowl every year. But
Commercials.
but
I like the
game
commercials.
too. I enjoy
Yeah.
the game too.
Yep. So that was something that it's just one of those he say she say things because the football community was very iffy when they lost that contract with Konami, and then now it's kind of a big deal.
Now, literally, FIFA is the only football game because we're not including eFootball until they fix their shit. So, literally, FIFA is the only football game out right now.
Yeah. Let's go with the funny. We're gonna switch gears real quick, and we're gonna talk about is it DBaz or DBrands? DBrand.
Yeah.
DBrand is, and I want you to speak on this because I am familiar. I haven't took advantage of their products, but it's just the hilarious way of how they went about doing it.
What DBrand is, they're a company that does like skins for systems and controllers and things of that nature. So, not too long ago, I want to say like around the time when PS5 was first coming out, DBrand was going to make like a thing because, as you know, you could take the case off and you could put new ones on there.
Have you attempted to take it
I
off?
have not because I'm afraid I might break it. I'm clumsy.
I've seen a video.
There's
on
ways to do it, I
IGN.
know, I'm just
No,
clumsy.
I've seen a video in IGN, and the way he did it,
Did it scare you?
it scared the crap out of me.
He was like, "You can
For
break
the
that."
for the money you pay and for the rarity of that system, you're gonna go and it goes bah. Then I'm like, but you got me the SSD. I'm like, I gotta put it in. The wife did it. Nowhere near the noise. It just went whoop.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm always afraid just
I
to
was-
take it
I
out,
was
'cause
super
I want
afraid.
to design it like that because I like having customizable things. But I'm afraid that I'll break it and all of a sudden it's going to look fucked up.
Then
Like,
you have
oh,
a
God.
half-naked
And I just
PS5.
spend like so much money on this and it looks fucked
it's
up.
not even about money. It's about how rare it's gonna be. Now you gotta go back and chase for the PS5.
I know. It's like, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to probably wait until I see more things. But, so they pretty much do customization type of things. And at first they created some black of the side wing things. I don't know. I never know what you call those things. So I just call them wing things.
Back front plates.
Yeah,
Back
like
plates? I don't know.
side plates, whatever,
Yeah.
like that. The one that has like wing thing. So they originally created black ones, and then they told Sony, because pretty much they did anything, is like, come sue us. Come sue us. And then nothing really happened for a bit, and then months later, Sony did a
Ta-da!
cease and desist
Yeah,
letter.
yeah.
So now they were like, okay, so let's change it up so Sony can't do that. So with their legal team, they decided to create another one where they took off the little, the futuristic little fin thing, made it more sleek so it's more attached to the system.
As you can see in the image here, the image shows it's very small, but the text is literally saying, hey, you try to sue us, and guess what? Ha! Check out our new design. We don't care, and we still gonna make our products. Like, so that picture, you could see it through Google and whatnot, but it's very small. But that design is the updated design.
Yeah, it's like ventilation on the side, little sleek things, so it's more attached to the center instead of little wing things out.
Yeah.
And it's black, so it's also black, so they're gonna keep it the black color. And yeah, they said they have their lawyers. Their lawyer said this is okay. They can't sue you for something like this.
Yeah, it was just
And
an
they
intellectual
created it.
property,
Yeah.
and instead of going to court, they remedied the situation. They changed it up, and they cease and desist that product line, modified it, and then there you go. You have a customized backplate that's not copyright infringement on Sony's intellectual property.
I just love how antagonistic they are with their replies and stuff like that. It's just hilarious.
It's great.
to me.
It's great. It's
I
golden.
just love it. It's just like, it's great when the little guy is going after such a big company.
Big company, big cojones. You know?
Yeah, you got to have like the balls to do something like that.
Not even you gotta have the balls and gall.
It's just
Balls
like, it's just
and gall.
crazy.
And it's great.
But
I give it to
I
him.
thought
Shouts
it
out to
was funny.
D-Brands.
And like I said, I would definitely try. I was just like I said, I'm afraid that I might do something when I said so. I don't want to mess it up. So I was like, I'll wait.
Eventually, once you run out of space, you're gonna end up doing it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go move on to this new, finally, the best never. What's that saying? The best kept secret, but it really wasn't because it's not secret.
Yeah,
it was very leaked.
The one that was like, it was a secret, but got leaked everywhere.
Everywhere, from the data, from polling, and it is the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, which is technically Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
So they finally announced it. They have a new trailer where they showed how it looked before and how it looks now.
Yep.
The graphics of it, it still has like the PS2 style,
Yep.
but the graphics are updated. They used the Unreal Engine, and the graphics are kind of like a mixture of like the cartoony type of style that they had like on their covers,
Okay.
along with like kind of like realistic Grand Theft Auto style too. Gameplay is going to be similar to Grand Theft Auto 5, so it has that updated. The environments look fantastic. The lighting looks great. Everything high-res textured, all that. So they definitely did a lot of improvements, and they did a lot of the, in-game improvements too. Like, they haven't given like too much detail yet, but they pretty much showed the trailer, and the trailer looks promising. Now, the game has two different kind of phases coming out. November 11th is when the digital version of the game will be coming out.
Okay.
It's going to be coming out for the PS4, PS5. Yeah. PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox, and the Steam. So it's going to come out for all those systems. And November 11th for the digital, and December 7th for the physical copy. And it's going to be $60 for the whole bundle. And on top of that, they will also release Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the Xbox Game Pass on November 11th. And then they're going to release Grand Theft Auto 3, the new remastered, on the PlayStation Now service on December 7th.
I wonder why they have such somewhat exclusive between the two. What about Vice City? They're not getting anything of Vice City?
I'm going to tell you the reason why I think it is. They didn't give
Okay,
the exact
in your
reason for
opinion.
what I think, in my opinion. I don't know if you remember, but if you remember, the San Andreas was the only Grand Theft Auto game that was released on the Xbox
Yeah.
system.
Yep.
The other two was not. San Andreas was. So that's why I'm thinking that they're releasing just that for the Game Pass because kind of a loyalty type of thing, I'm thinking.
Got you.
And then Grand Theft Auto 3 is the same thing with Sony.
Was on a PlayStation
It
2.
was on a PlayStation 2. So it's like, okay, Sony
Yeah,
will have
that makes
And I
sense.
guess Vice City wasn't that popular anyway, so they're not.
No, I think they both released on both.
They did, but Sony is not going to release Vice City on the thing unless they're going to release it later on the PlayStation Now.
Yeah, so Vice City's just
But-
in the middle, but those two, that's a good.
That's
a good
what I'm
yeah.
thinking. They didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking.
But it makes sense because I'm like, but why not San Andreas and both simultaneously on both?
Yeah,
But it's because San Andreas was on the
only
Xbox.
Grand Theft Auto that came
Yep,
off the Xbox, the
yep.
original Xbox. I remember that.
Yep. If those that are, let me see if my face is on here or is it you? Yep, that's you.
So that's what I'm assuming. That's why they did that.
So here's the thing with, and let's go down a little funny, hilarious history with Grand Theft Autos because Grand Theft Auto was one of those games where, for one, it came out always a top-down view. All you're seeing is a car, and you're just doing your thing.
That was the first two.
Yeah, the first two, which was kind of terrible. With the PlayStation 2, with the Grand Theft Auto 3, it was like the Final Fantasy 7 of that type of I could do whatever I want type of gameplay. Because Final Fantasy 7 for the PlayStation was the first 3D rendered, 3 discs, big storyline. Final Fantasy 7. So when they did Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. For one, the graphics and all the crazy stuff you can do in that game. Okay, they put the definition of beating hookers up after paying for a hooker and doing that. Okay, and getting money out of that, and then seeing how cruel the world could be. See how the streets move, which is it does happen in real life. I'm not going to say to you. I'm not going to say this ain't fiction. And I love the soundtrack, and part of it is because it is normally, how would I say this? Normally, it was a lot of annoying because you go in and out and it's the same thing, but it was so good.
It was like New York hip hop artists, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Loma, come here.
Hip hop artists. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was Sean Price, Aguilar, Royce the 5'9". Dude, I know.
I would not know all that.
I'm going to ride till I can't ride no more. Burn till I can't burn no more. Shine till there's no shine no more. To the earth, don't earth some. It's the kid. That's Royce the 5'9". And we gon' give us all that we got. Blow the spot. That was Aguilar and Sean Price. Sean P. Yeah, those are great, and it hit the mood. It was great, and a very decent big game.
Yeah, it was a good game. Big game, a lot of missions, a lot of side stuff you could do.
Then it was San Andreas next, right?
No, it was Vice City.
Vice City, and that reminded everybody of Scarface.
Yeah, because it was taking place in the 80s.
And in Miami.
In Miami in the 80s, when all the huge drugs were part of.
Yeah, and I run so far away. Gotta get away. Yeah. And he's sitting there with the pink polo, just walking down the street and cars just exploding. And you know what I'm saying?
I remember.
So that was good because it was a whole brand new setting. It was a whole brand new take.
80s, yep.
And the storylines it wasn't just street vibes like Liberty City. It was the streets, but underground business, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah.
With highly...
It was the 80s. So,
it was highly sophisticated people. You know what I'm saying? Then it turned to San Andreas. And that ended up being
90s,
like... 90s.
Los Angeles.
It was like 3 times as big. It was not... And I think that point for me, that was a bit overwhelming. I played a lot of Liberty City. Almost beat it. I played a lot of Vice City. Halfway beat it. San Andreas, there were so much things, but the voice acting is superb. It was took place in the West Coast, and the music,
it was
yes,
90s hip hop. It was like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
Oh my God, it was the West Coast.
It was West Coast rappers. That's what.
Yes, and it was great, and he had that sophisticated type vibe as well. But it was cool, and the storyline is always deep. The voice acting is always crisp, always deep. You can't go wrong. It's literally you're watching a movie. And things go crazy.
And now,
you know what I'm saying?
Everything's going to be upgraded.
Now it's upgraded and remastered. And then you got the hot coffee mod that took the internet to storm.
I wonder if they're
only on San
I
Andreas.
wonder if they're going to keep that or get rid
They'll
of that.
find out somehow, some way. But I personally don't think it will. They're more sophisticated than they pulled that code.
Well,
but that was on the PC originally.
Because it would have been an AO rating.
We were working where it was a mature, and then it changed to AO. We had to ship all those games back to GameStop because we weren't even allowed to sell them because of the AO rating, because of the hot coffee mod.
And then they had to adjust it so it could bring it back to an M rating.
Yep. I think they released it as the greatest hits.
Oh, I think
for the PlayStation 2 was the greatest hits M rating, whereas the original was M rating, but then it switched it to AO. It was just a whole nightmare.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. Yeah,
a lot of damage controls, and especially being retail, and trying to explain, like now you can't get it because now it's AO. Like that's equivalent to porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know what the hot coffee mod is,
it was a little.
I doubt your childhood, but go ahead and check it out.
Yeah,
because it's nasty. It's just nasty.
It wasn't like nasty.
Nah, a kid can grab it and figure it out. That's how life works at age 7. if the parent's not watching what they're doing.
I don't think someone age 7 should be playing that game in the first place.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Now with Grand Theft Auto 5, they don't even think none of it. They're like, oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto, yeah, isn't that a game when you run up purple versus green people and helicopters will fly over and stuff? They don't know. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. But it's good that the trilogy is coming out and make more revenue with that.
And it's officially announced instead of being leaked everywhere.
Yeah, it was leaked everywhere.
For the past weeks, it's leak.
Yep. Now let's change some gears here. Let's you know what? Because this is a more intricate story. Let's talk about the NFTs and what this means. And I'm not really going to go in dive too deep. Okay.
Do you know what it is?
I have an idea, and we can correct those that are in the comments. Let us know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But NFTs is considered. Let me put this in performance mode so I'm not lagging in real life. NFTs are non-fungible tokens.
Yes.
Fungible.
So
Fungible.
pretty much what it is, at least this is what I'm getting, because I'm still kind of confused.
Yeah, I have the understanding, but I need to put it into perspective so people could understand.
Pretty much it's kind of like a digital like thing that you own. It's like most of it is like art pieces and stuff like that, little pixel art, actual art, things that's attached to like a link. That's attached to the thing, and you can purchase it and say that you own the original version of that digital art.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I found out. Yes, courtesy of TikTok, out of all TikTok, right? A music artist, and this is why it put into my head, and then I'm like, now I get it. Now I know why this is the big deal. Okay. Back in the day, cryptocurrency wasn't new. Everybody was figuring out this is weird. Digital currency is not backed up by a dollar. It's not going to go anywhere. Now look where it is now. Okay. Same thing is what they're looking at for NFTs. Again, non-fungible tokens. And just like what Alantra was saying, it's more of authenticating your ownership for collections and releasing them. A artist of a name, and I'm very familiar, Tory Lanez, the singer. He did a lot of hits and whatnot. He had his album that he created, okay, and this is mind blowing. If you dive in or you understand the music industry,
because Kings of Leon also did an NFT
yeah.
not too long ago.
So it blows everybody's mind because at this point you don't even need record labels anymore. So what he did was he released his album on $1 worth of his album as NFTs. It's like a digital copy, not a physical. It's just digital. It's a code. It's to prove the authenticity of what you have. And if that product becomes valuable or resold, the original gets, you can make it that you get a percentage of what's sold.
Well, that's the issue right now because it's super early in the thing.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things that are like, issues that people are having issues with it. One being that it's so unenvironmentally bad for the environment. Because of the amount of energy it takes to mine them and all that type of stuff. Yep. And then the other issue is people are saying okay, I'm trying to think of a way to say it without sounding too offending to the people who enjoy NFTs.
Okay.
You're not really owning it.
It's digital.
It's digital. It's like you're owning a link that could go dead.
But
there's a possibility that the link could go dead.
Possibly, but very rarely, only because these new technologies called blockchains, they're very sophisticated. And if you feel that they were going to go down, yes, it's easy to steal them by wallets.
Well, that's
but not something to break down a link at all. And Ethereum, which this NFTs are based on, that's why the Ethereum blockchain it went from 1,700 a coin to like 3,800 a coin, and it's still going up. It's because now NFTs are catching up. It's not based on the Bitcoin. It's based on Ethereum, which is another form of source. Think of it as a source code, but it's a blockchain that authenticates a user as well as track what's sold and distributed. So, being how Bitcoin has lasted from when? 2012? Right?
2011?
2011, 2012. We're now at 2021 with just Bitcoin in general with that blockchain.
We could have invested in it and made so much money. So much money.
That's why when I hear something kooky and weird, like Dogecoin, guess where I'm going to be putting my money at when I have it? So NFTs is another thing. And again, this is B.o.P podcast, weekly video game news. We're getting there. I just wanted to explain what NFTs are. See if my camera's there so people are seeing. Okay, cool. So, yes, that is a way that you could have a digital source, claim it as your own. And if you are an artist, people that make digital art could sell their art. And then if that art gains so much value, and I'm gonna give you a situational, an example, a very good example. I'm winging it. It's not scripted. I'm swinging it. But you get this digital product, and you sell that product, and that product becomes popular. You get royalties from that product alone. You got rid of the middleman. And if it's music, Tory Lanez did it. He got rid of the labels. He got rid of the royalties for the venues. He got rid of all the stock pricing. He got rid of all that. It's literally him, his work, and what he's going to distribute, and he sells it. And based on his name, his popularity, and his moves, that product gains value, and that product becomes sold, and he gets royalties out of it. Now, how does it blend into the video game world? Companies like Facebook, like Fortnite, like any other VR experiences for that matter.
Yeah.
They're all looking into what's called a metaverse.
Oh yeah, the whole Facebook.
Their own little world. Okay? But this own little world needs items, collections, digital art, digital couches, digital music, digital to make the metaverse work. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example. Leroy Jenkins. You remember that video? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
from
like
World of Warcraft?
2006,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. How much of a legend he is with the memes. Everybody, you play that, everybody would know. Everybody knows who that guy is.
Yeah.
What if he made that one voice and sold that as an NFT to those that want that when somebody enters their metaverse
But it'll
home?
still be put into the thing. So how would the person own it? Like, will that person?
He created it. He made his own. He used the Ethereum blockchain to put Leroy Jenkins and made their own code.
Buys it is the only one who accesses it.
Who made it owns it. And how you want to distribute it, you could sell it. But when you sell it, you could decide to make royalties off of it. Within the code, if it marks that it's sold, it's tracked as sold, the originator gets money. So for every copy sold, you can get 0.01 or 0 or 2, 5, 10, 50% cut out of what that value is being sold, because it's all being tracked and stamped and approved through the blockchain itself. It's such a great security that transactions work like that. So if Leroy Jenkins takes that audio and goes about selling it to Facebook, to VR rooms and whatnot, with their own metaverses, and pay a sweet dollar, guess who's making all that money for that one audio note? And I don't even think that avoids copyrights too. As long as it's not copywritten and you did it your own self and it's under common use law and you did it and you are the sole creator, you're not going to the copyright, U.S. copyright of a whatever, and paying them to say that it's yours. You can make your own NFT and say, I know it's mine, and then sell it. So the way the gaming is going to be looking at is VR is going to be a big deal. Now they have room to officially make their own in-game currency within their VRs of their metaverses. And that's where NFT will take advantage, because they're doing it now with arts and galleries and stuff. And now music artists are doing it. And now it's catching wind, because the music artists is doing it because they could easily get their royalty, their solid royalty. That royalty that they received through the record label is not getting split into threes. They're getting it to get it. So not only do you go to shows and you collect that money, but if you're going to sell a product and it's yours through your website as an NFT, and you sell it, all these people have it like an album.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's it. They're buying the album. Now, because the value is more, they get more. So that's B.o.P's Killer Whisk's version of what an NFT looks like and how will it reflect in the gaming world. The possibilities are technically endless. Now it's a matter of, will it be regulated? Will it be shot down? Which it's your concern. You said it is a digital. It's not like you physically have it.
Exactly.
That's like
I said,
saying
I
you-
always have an issue with that.
You
but
could
we'll
physically
see.
lose a disc, and now you had it and you own it. You could make a copy of it, but that's a copy now from the one that you owned. But you show proof that you copied it because it's on your PC. Now instead, it's just a code of a blockchain of the item you have that you could reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
It's a digital world, my friend. Games are going that way too.
Yeah.
So that is what I wanted to get into because NFTs, it's looking like it's going to be a big deal. Just depends on the direction of where it's going to be headed.
Well, the next story I'll talk about, since we're talking about NFTs,
Yeah.
will be Epic Game Store, because recently Steam is not allowing any blockchain tech, NFTs, or cryptocurrencies used in their store. So now Epic Game was like, okay, since Steam is not allowing it, we will, with regulations, obviously.
Yep.
And so as long as they follow
Those
the rules
pesky
of the
regulations. Well, regulations meaning through the company itself, right?
thing. Yeah, basically,
Okay.
as long as they follow the rules
Yeah.
and don't be legal without it.
And what company again?
Epic Game
Okay.
Store.
Man,
Epic Game Store.
They
Sweeney
accepting. They're very
Sweeney
accepting.
tweeted about it, and he was like, "Yeah, as long as they follow the laws, yeah, they're allowed to come into the thing." Because originally he was against NFTs originally.
But he found the potential. He
But
has
found
the
potential.
metaverse.
So he found the potential. He was like, okay, let's get this done. So yeah, as long as you follow the rules and be legal with it, do what you gotta do over.
And it is, again, it's not like it's powered by another blockchain that's suspect. I personally believe Monroe is another cryptocurrency that has a better security, unlike Bitcoin. Ethereum is a better blockchain than Bitcoin, but the most popular is Bitcoin. But Ethereum is picking up pace. There's others that are in track, but we want to see what companies will do. I am invested into a couple of them, but not too heavy. Some light work, but to the moon.
But yeah, so I pretty much wanted to say about that quickly since we were on the topic of that.
So yeah, because some companies are allowing Bitcoins to be used as currency as well.
Certain companies.
Yeah, and even countries.
Very low companies.
Even countries. I think El Salvador changed their primary currency to Bitcoin.
I think.
Yeah. And
Well,
they
I
still,
remember it was one of the Spanish
Yeah.
companies. Spanish countries. I remember that.
yeah, they're doing it, my friend. It's just a matter of how to implement it and will it be regulated. And by regulated meaning who's going to get the piece of the pie. Yeah, when I see now that they're being regulated with Bitcoin, I'm like, I don't even want to touch it anymore. I'm on to the other ones because the other ones do have availability, like Ethereum and NFTs. It's not just only Bitcoin alone.
Yeah.
There's others. I'm gonna switch up the picture here. I'm just trying to get us situated. So there's see this image. I think that might be the last one. Oh, let's talk about this one. Since I attempted, and by attempt meaning, I don't know. I have a thing that if I don't want an item but I know it's hot in demand, I go on and I just pretend about to buy it and be like, I could have bought this. And then get out of it.
I hope I put this information on there.
I hope you did. You probably didn't. It's super new. It just happened this week.
What?
Xbox, the mini fridge.
Oh,
Sold
yeah.
out.
It freaking got sold in like 2 seconds.
Sold
Which
out.
We knew that was going to happen. Obviously, it's a
Sold
limited
out.
thing. And now you seen eBay, right? The prices. That
No,
they
I did
sell,
not. What's the
know,
prices? What's the average?
Like freaking what was the original price on that thing? Was
Oh,
it
what?
$100?
$150, $200, I think.
Yeah, you see like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now I wouldn't be surprised if it's $2,000. Probably comes with 8
Probably.
toilet papers and labeled a dark winter.
Probably. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like
I looked at it and I was like, oh, I could have got this. But then it was sold out. I'm like, man, that's fine.
yeah,
But
it sold
but
out. Like,
right when it came up, I was
literally,
like, damn, okay.
Right away, it's sold out.
But it's one of those things where it was going to be a joke, but they honored it. And then they went ahead and
They're actually
put manufacturer
fridges. They're very
backing
small
behind it,
ones,
and they
but
did
yeah.
it. Yeah, small ones, but it looks nice.
Yeah, it look like the system.
Hey, at least it's bigger than the system. I think that's all we cared about. Got to be a mini fridge. Got to be a mini fridge for a reason. So, yeah, they really, literally released the Xbox mini fridge. It was initially a joke, and then they had, I guess, a number of likes and follows, and then they made it happen. Look, they made it happen, and it sold out as soon as it got released.
2 seconds, like literally, it sold out so quick.
Crazy. So, another one. Man, we're going through these. We literally went through just 2 more topics. We're gonna say the best for last, which is the most repetitive, but it is.
What it is.
But we're gonna give you with this one here. What's this? Netease games.
Yes. So
Yeah, hit me with that because
NetEase-
it sounds like a cool, but then I looked at it, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, another 10 cent. Is that what we're talking about
So
here?
NetEase is the other big gaming company that's in China next to Tencent.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, is this just a subsidiary of Tencent?
And recently, they grabbed up Grasshopper Manufacturer Inc. You may not know it by that title, but you definitely know the creator and the games that they created. The creator, Suda51, who is the maker of the No More Heroes series and the Killer 7 game.
Okay.
So now you know who he is. He's the crazy developer who made some crazy awesome games. And now he's going to be NetEase got Grasshopper Manufacturer after working with, I think,
Now-
8 years.
Yeah, let me cut you off real quick. Grasshopper Manufacturer. Is that just the name, or they're a manufacturing company?
They're that's the name of the game company.
So that's just the name of the game company.
That's the name of the game company.
Okay.
It's weird. Like
I
I
was
said,
like,
he's just a
manufacturer.
weird guy.
Yeah, that's
He's
weird.
a weird
Okay.
guy. But he makes some amazing games. But yeah, so NetEase recently got thing, but they're not the only game company that they have. They actually have other ones too. Quantic Dream, it has a minority share with them.
Okay.
You know they make Heavy Rain,
Yeah,
Detroit.
Oh,
Human.
damn.
So they had that, and they also got the guy who was working with Yakuza series and the Super Monkey Ball series. Hold on, what was his name? Toshi Hori.
Okay.
He left Sega to work with NetEase, like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Fresh.
It happened like about a month ago. Yeah, so he went to work with them, and also they own a minority share on Bungie.
Oh.
They own a minority share to Bungie too.
Whoa, I did not know that.
They do. They own a minority share, so it's enough pretty much to get like a thing and a seat on the board and all that type of stuff. But yeah. So they have some thing, and they make a lot of money. Not as much as Tencent, obviously, but they make a ton of money.
Okay.
So Grasshopper working with them, they'll be able to, because Suda51 always wanted to make huge budget big games, but he wasn't able to do it with the company he had. But now getting bought by this company, he'll be able to create a big thing, and they're gonna let him do what he has to do, like let him be creative and all that type of stuff. They'll just have the backing money of NetEase in order to do it. And obviously, people are worried because yes, it's a Chinese company.
Yeah.
And we know how they are.
You know how this? Yeah.
We know how they are. So, of course, people are worried. But I'm hoping for good things. We'll see. It just literally just happened.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see if the No More Heroes is going to keep going. If he's going to create a new IP that's just as crazy as No More Heroes. And we'll see. But I'm actually kind of excited. But obviously, with the China attached to it, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, a little skeptical.
Yeah, a little skeptical.
All right. This is probably going to go down as the quickest podcast this week has ever had because we have so much images, but they were all baked in. It was all just one topic of like 4 of them. And last but not least, and we're going to...
I'm going to start off with a little news first. It has to do with the topic next.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into the big one.
Yeah.
The first one, because it was just released today, so I wanted to say it quickly.
Okay.
So remember the whole McCree situation that they were going to rename him because it was named after one of the developers that, obviously left?
Yes.
Well, today they announced the new name and when it will be officially into the game. So the new name is Cole Cassidy.
I was ready to do a drum roll.
Oh.
Drum roll, please.
Cole Cassidy.
Okay.
That's going to be the guy's name. And the way they baked it into the story, because they did like a little explanation, that pretty much that was his original name, but they changed it to McCree because he had like a bad history with that Cole Cassidy. But
Did
now
he?
He's facing his fears and all that type of stuff facing his. So now he's gonna stick with it. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my original name, co-casting. So they had to make some kind of story to create it.
That's so dumb.
So October 26th is when the name's gonna officially go through.
So dumb.
And then there's a new DLC that was originally supposed to be about McCree, but they're gonna change the co-casters. So we don't know when that DLC will be coming out. But I'm sure they can explain the story more. On the
Yeah.
change
Oh
and
my
all that.
God, that's so
But
crazy.
that's pretty much. I just wanted to
Man.
say that first with that.
All those resources tanked because of bad behavior.
Yeah, there's
my
a
friend.
lot of mixed feelings. I who's looking around, like the reactions of it. There's a lot of mixed feelings. Like people are like happy that good. They changed the name. We don't need those, the creep that was working
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
and the name of it. But others were like, but there was such a huge big lore story with McCree. It's like now you're gonna change it. But it seems like the way they do it makes sense, but we don't know yet until the new DLC comes out.
Yeah.
It's like.
Let them bite them in the butt. They shouldn't be doing all that stupid stuff.
First of all, you shouldn't be naming game characters after people who work in a company. You should not just be doing that,
Yeah.
period.
Yep. You do make a
Because
point.
things like that could happen. And look, like with all the WoW.
Very rare.
With WoW, they had to do updates to change names of certain characters and stuff that was based on names on some people. And now with this, McCree, they had to change that. So it's like, lesson learned.
what y'all
Don't
get.
name characters based off people who work for the company. Because, yes, this doesn't happen often, but when it does, there's a
It
huge
it don't look good, and it's a lot of resources, a lot of time spent for something y'all could have fixed in house. Just saying.
Exactly. So hopefully we'll learn that lesson. Now, to Activision Blizzard. Did
Yes.
you read up on what's the situation?
Oh my
right?
God, dude.
It just keeps getting messier. It literally keeps getting. Now there's a chance that Activision Blizzard could get away scot-free.
Yep.
And I hate that I have to say that, but this
It's
chance-
like unfortunately, it's like the Bill Cosby got out of a technicality.
that's what a lot of people were saying too.
Yep. It's literally like Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby did the act, but because the lawyers and the attorneys fucked up.
Yeah, there was a technicality from a previous. It was only with the Bill Cosby. It was a lawyer that wanted to open to add more, but because he opened that and then they found out that something happened before years ago that shouldn't have
free
happened.
man.
He's a free man. They threw it all away. So it's
Even though we know he did the act.
Yep.
Well, should I say allegedly? I don't know. We'll say allegedly, just being on the safe side.
he done did that. I'm just saying he done
I'm
did.
just trying
Did
not
you
to
see
get
how he
sued.
walked out that place? He said did that whole what was that?
I'm just trying not to get sued and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
but
yeah.
pretty much now he gets away scot-free. So now it looks like it's going to happen again with Blizzard Activision.
Yeah.
Because this week, Blizzard Activision ordered to take a timeout to investigate the potentially disqualified the DEFH, which is the one who has been doing the thing for 2 years.
3 years.
3 years of the thing to get on the thing because the EOC, right?
EEOC.
EEOC, and was also working, but because the people who used to work for the EEOC are now working for the DEFH,
Two lawyers,
and now they are trying to say that it's a conflict of interest right there because they know stuff that the other person did and all that type of stuff, and because of all that, they're trying to investigate, and if they find something like very bad and wrong, everything's getting thrown out. Which means
And it's not even if they find anything bad. It's
Nothing's gonna
it's did
it's tempered. It's
does
tempered.
this conflict of interest get so bad that F everybody and the case is dropped and nobody gets a voice?
Which is awful if that's the case. This is like the worst case situation happening
Because
right now.
oh my god, like
Because then everyone's gonna get a pretty much other than the
like
people who
nothing
got
happened.
fired,
Like
obviously.
nothing happened.
But
No, they'll
obviously
get their
fired.
jobs back.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought they would just stay gone.
No, they can get the jobs back. They don't even have to announce it.
Oh, you're right. Oh.
They can get the jobs back. If all those people got fired, what makes you think they can just come back? Oh yeah, it's done. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so how about
because-
you could bring it back, but you have to work through the ranks a little bit, and by next year you'll be back in your original post.
Yeah, because Fran Townsend had an interview with, I think it was like a financial magazine,
Yep.
saying that they let go 20 people already.
And 15 disciplinary actions.
And
Bullshit. They should have
50
been fired.
disciplinary actions. So because of what's happening here, and then she also sent in a huge ass email, which I read, saying all the stuff that they are changing.
I was
blah,
halfway.
blah,
I'm
blah.
like, I don't believe
I
it.
read that. I was just like, I rolled my eyes so much.
Because all that is true, but if that case ends up being thrown out, all that is thrown out as well.
Exactly. Literally, all this is happening right now is just gonna.
That's it.
Away.
No, yo, and you know what's sad?
And this is like the worst
all
situation.
those people that were affected. All those people that were affected.
No justice.
No justice.
None.
Because of, I'm not even going to say a technicality. A
Mess
conflict of
ups.
interest. A conflict of interest could be handled after the fact. After, like, how does two lawyers from that was previous workers from the other,
EEOs.
yeah, from the other organization impede on the experiences of the original research? Like, the original findings, like,
That's what we're trying to.
like why? Like, why? Okay, if they got to the nitty gritty and they found out things, fine. That shouldn't happen in the first place, for one. Two, let's get these people situated. And then three, let's go back at it. Let's talk about the conflict of interest. We need to take care of those that were affected and make changes.
But now,
I feel that's not going to happen.
well,
I'm scared. Now I'm scared.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's like
I'm
right
scared.
now, it just seems like obviously nothing has been announced yet, but with this going on and now they want to investigate, Activision Blizzard wants to investigate now, I'm like, this is going to get thrown out, isn't it?
Because once they find out that there was some form of fudging or this, that ties into like coursing. Like if they okay, here I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah,
Let me get it. So there you go. So here's what I'm thinking. If those lawyers from the original lawsuit found a way to course them, right? The people that testified that put it into the complaint, without the other party knowing, or from that party or something.
What the other party is saying is that they say that they can't get lawyers, they can't get any of that thing. That's what they're saying. It's causing the issues, I guess.
Yeah, that was easily squashed though. They're looking up something that's totally.
They're just trying.
No, they're looking up something deeper because that point they're like, no, you can't tell them. We could say you could let them know that we're here to give them an open mouth so we can go ahead and represent them. Mm-hmm. That's fine. They're saying the two lawyers that worked for the EEOC that now works for the DF, whatever.
Yeah.
They're saying that, and now Activision wants to research and see if those two lawyers from this agency, or vice versa. Yeah, no, from here to this company.
Yeah, because they used to work for EEOC, then they went to.
And now they're doing their thing, right? If they found out that one of those two lawyers coursed one of the people that were on the original lawsuit to say this, then it's game over.
Yeah.
That means one of the people lied during the suit.
And that just means the whole.
I highly doubt it, but what if they could pull that argument? And lawyers will be lawyers at the end of the day.
I was about to say lawyers will be. You're right.
Lawyers will be lawyers. So it can't be black and white, but it could be suggested. How do you pitch it to the judge? Lawyers will be lawyers. They will pitch it the way a judge could believe it. And then there's a jury there as well, even if it gets to the jury. This is all going back and forth to the judge.
Oh, this is like, yeah.
Because they don't even need to see the jury. They'll just throw it out based on technically a technicality, which is not. It's just somebody did something shady. But if they didn't do shady enough, if they did something just because they were previously working and let's say their time expired and the NDA is no longer and they went to there, boom. Or if the lawyer said this, that, and the NDA was broken, that doesn't make the case go away. Mm-hmm. They're trying to figure out within that lawsuit where these people and these situations and these instances was taken a different way because they used to work from the other. So that's, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like I said. Like I thought last week was pretty messy. This week got even
every week
messy.
it's becoming a nuisance now.
It's like it just keeps getting messier.
And it's going into
messier.
Activision Blizzard's slowly but surely their favor, and it's bothering the crap out of me.
Oh, I'm so bothered.
It's bothering me.
As soon as I was reading this earlier in the week, I was just
like take the loss, bro. Take the L. Take the loss.
They won't.
Take it.
They
Because
won't.
y'all messed up and y'all had all these people working under horrific circumstances. And now because employees work from another previous employee, you're going to throw that all that away? Nah, do better. But it's going to be bad
Oh, I know.
if this gets thrown out.
Oh, you know, if this does... Oh, the
It's literally a
backlash is
quiet
gonna
foot
happen.
just lands on everybody.
Oh.
And there's nothing you could do.
But there's going to be a huge backlash.
Violence?
Maybe not something.
Throw some things on the building. It's going to be violence.
Oh, something's going to happen.
If they really cared, unfortunately, they will be violence. Because how do they get attempted to be silenced, muffled, quiet? Bigwigs telling them they're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. It's no merit. There's nothing behind it.
I can't believe she said that.
And then all that bashing, and now it's coming out that they were lying, and then they win and stomp on all those.
That's not going to bode well.
Bobby still gets his job.
Oh, that's not going to bode
By
well.
the time this all ends, he still gets a bonus.
Well, they may win, but that's not going to bode well for them as a company. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know there's going to be some kind of backlash will happen.
Yep.
I can't say exactly what, but I know something will happen. And I'm hoping it hurts them, like the company, bad.
Well, it's every week. There's always something new when it comes to Activision Blizzard.
I'm hoping I don't get to that week when it says everything's been dropped. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
I feel we're gonna hear that soon.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that so much.
I feel that's gonna happen, and I don't want it to happen.
I don't at all.
All right, the browser's not working. I was gonna do some breaking news, but I really can't.
Oh, let me do this quick one. I forgot to write this down,
Yeah.
but I'll do a quick one.
Well, I'll try to bring it up here.
So, remember last week we talked about the whole Metroid situation with the whole bug that they had? Well, this
Oh yeah,
week,
the game breaking bug.
So this week they fixed it. They released the patch.
Oh, they did.
Version 1.
Well, the door doesn't break the system. Did they find another door that breaks the system?
Nope, that was it. They did that. It fixes up the big game issue, and they also fix other things to make the game run more smoothly and all that type of stuff. Well, typical bug thing. But yeah, it's been released and it's all set. So now they have to worry about that, unless something else happens that we don't know. But usually Nintendo games are really bug free for the most part. This is a very rare occurrence. This happens like that. This is not Bethesda, where there's bugs like Constant or what's the name of that?
Cyberpunk.
CD Red K or CD.
Product Red.
That's it.
Project Red.
When they have bugs like literally all the time. So this shouldn't be an issue. This should be done quick. I'm very happy about that. Is your thing up yet?
It is, and I'm just looking right now, and I don't think there's any.
And I'll say one more
ones.
thing too, because there's one more thing too. Pokemon Arceus released a new trailer. It was kind of like a creepy type of thing because with Halloween coming up, so it was kind of like a found footage type of thing. Earlier in the week, it was very fuzzy, and then you hear like the researcher screaming because he's getting attacked by like a Pokemon thing like that. But with that being so fuzzy, you couldn't see what the Pokemon was. And then later in the week, they made one that's like clear, and then you find out the new Pokemon is the Hisuian version of Zora and Zorak, which are Pokemon that originally came out. I think it was in black and white. I think. I'm trying to remember what season they were, and they look freaking amazing. I love the way they look. They're like white and it's like fluffy, because the Pokemon are usually black, but now they're white now. And I love the way they look. It kind of matches with the snow because they're in the snow setting. Like, I'm excited about that. That's a cute way of showing up the new Pokemon, kind of like found footage because with the whole Halloween thing happening right now.
Yeah, just like with the Call of Duty and they're doing that. I like how games get into little holidays like that. It's pretty cool.
So I was like, it was kind of cool that they showed that. But now we know another new Pokemon is going to be on there. Well, a new version of the Pokemon. So I was excited to see that.
Okay. I'm reading something right now.
Oh.
Epic Games faces staff uproar over ending popular time off policy.
Oh, jeez.
This is courtesy of Kotaku.
Epic.
God,
time off policy.
Courtesy of Kotaku. Epic Games, creator of the massively popular and lucrative Battle Royale Fortnite, decided to end a popular policy of allowing staff every other Friday off early this week.
I'm assuming it's because of the
According to the new report by Bloomberg, which a source collaborated with Kotaku, the move angered staff who were caught off guard by the sudden reversal. I didn't know that was such a thing in their policy. Alternating Fridays off allowed staff time to recuperate and in some instances make up for overtime hours and other days. A 2018 report by Polygon alleged that Epic Games employees working on Fortnite gained their regular updates sometimes had to crunch to push content through the finish line. While adequate time off can make the service game model at work a little more fair, an internal email obtained by Bloomberg noted that the Friday policy at Epic wasn't being used equally by staff. End quote. Right now, we are seeing lots of Fridays off for deep work and lots of people who must work Fridays anyways. Chief Operating Officer, there's the EQS, Mercedes ad. Chief Operating Advisor Daniel Vogel wrote about the policy in an email to staff. This meant that many people were not benefiting from this policy equally. I guess
it's the thing, but it's kind of messed up to do it like all of a sudden. Like, boom, you're back to working Fridays again.
Yeah.
There you go.
A spokesperson by Epic Games told Kotaku in a phone call that the company would be replacing alternating Fridays off with a new policy of no work meetings on any Friday, describing these days more as unstructured time to do existing work moving forward. The spokesperson also said that alternating Fridays off policy was always meant to be temporary and that Epic Games always shuts down for 4 weeks over a year in addition to staff personal time off days. Okay. It happens. That's like you go into a job that's 4 days a week and you're used to it for a year and a half and then kind of realize they're adding another day. It's frustrating. It sucks and you're a rant, but it's probably going to happen. Wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into deep, but here's what will improve after Battlefield 2042 Chaotic Buggy Beta.
Oh, you played the beta.
I played it.
You know how,
not enough, but I did see some bugs. So to be playing
hopefully
the game.
they fix it. Well, they got a month. It comes out next month. So
Yeah.
They got a month to figure it out.
They do. Yeah, that's it. Everything we've talked about, they're all of the news that we just spoke on. So we were up to par.
Yeah.
We were golden.
I always make sure I'm up to
We
date
were
with
golden.
stuff.
So as I like to close on our shortest episode that we've had. Okay, I hope you enjoyed us. Like, subscribe, comment, share reviews. Tell us what y'all think. And hopefully this news was good to you. Like, subscribe, comment, sharing is caring. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. And now finally, I have the downloader, so you're going to see the clips from our episodes. We're going to put them on the YouTube. You guys, go check it out. Again, sharing is caring. Love it. We're going to be here next week on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. And hopefully there's some chunky news. And kind of relax on the Activision Blizzard. Maybe?
We'll see.
Who knows?
Like I said,
something stupid is going to happen.
Always
Watch.
something happens. So we'll
There's
see.
always something happening. Always. It is me, Killer Whisk, and this is Sexy Man Outlandish. And we are out. Peace.
Activision.